for my business, I started about a year ago, and I provide glueless, braided, and easy wear wig units for women like myself who are dealing with hair loss or challenges with their hair, money, and their time. And one of the things with my business, I've always say my business again is called HerSAVAGE Hair. And I always say HerSAVAGE is more than hair, it's a mindset. Because not only do I want to help women to feel beautiful and to feel confident or to look that, I want them to really embody the queens that I believe that we all were created to be. And so I love the topic of this conference. It's the power of a wig. And for me, like I said, I love a wig. Before I became a wig provider, a wig maker, I was an avid wig wearer. And I know wigs, the right wig can just make you just, you know, just feel yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the wig is very powerful. So I love it. So I'm gonna stick with that theme a little bit, but I'm not gonna talk about the power of a wig. I'm gonna talk about the power of a woman, and not just any woman, but a savage woman. Say savage woman.
Savage.
Say it like you savage. Say savage.
Savage.
Savage. Okay. So when you hear savage, and when you say savage, what do you think about? Like, what does it make you feel like?
Like a beautiful bitch.
Like me, fierce, confident, sassy,
Period.
classy, bougie, ratchet, all that. That's it, all of it. Yeah, I love Maple Stallion. But so for me, savage has become like a personal mantra because I have gone through just trials of life, and I've gotten to a place, and a couple years ago, I got to a place where I felt like very much so weak, very much so just existing, and just like, what was my value to the world? And I remember the very first time I heard I'm a savage, you know, classy, bougie, ratchet. I remember that song just like uplifted my spirit, and it really made me, I thought I was made for a minute. Like I was down there, I was doing my thing, whatever. But then when the song went off, I went back to Kiwana, the person that feels timid. And I can put on, I'm like an imposter, I can pull it together. And I can show up and look confident, I can look fierce, I can look all these things. But inside I always felt like I was not enough, that something was wrong. And so I started my savage journey to really just discover like who I am, and really just to really take on and embody like this queen that I believe that has always been deep down inside, and that life and situations and all those things have made me just lose her. And so when I say I am savage, which is again one of my mantras and one of my affirmations I do every day, I say I am savage, it means I am strong. I say I'm stronger than any and everything that may come up against me. So when you're a savage woman, you realize that you have a strength inside of you that you can overcome anything, no matter what it is, no matter what it looks like. You have the strength inside of you where you can realize and you can have the power to take your power back from any and everything that might be hindering you, any and everything that might be holding you back, whether it's a guy, whether it's your girls, whether it's your mindset, whether it's whatever, your career, your job. You have that power to take that control back. A savage woman is have power enough to walk away and release anything that no longer serves her. When I say I'm savage, I say I am assured. I am assured in who I am and whose I am. And I say it again, I'm assured in who I am, so who the hell I am, and whose I am. So I know I'm a queen, I'm a king's daughter. I believe I'm faith-based woman, so I believe, you know, in God and Jesus Christ, and I believe that I am God's child. So if I'm God's child, I have to tell myself, like, how can you not be worthy?
I'm dead.
How could you not be beautiful? How could you not be, you know, awesome? How dare you call yourself ugly or dumb or unworthy or whatever? Like, you are literally the king's daughter, and so you need to walk and approach life that way. When you are assured you know who you are, you have no issue with other women. A savage woman that's assured knows to be in her place and know that, again, she does not have to compete. She does not have to compare. She does not have to put down another woman, because we all can shine, right? I don't have to put you down for me to shine. You don't have to put me down for you to shine. We all can shine. And so you can walk in the room. I don't care if you're the only one in the room. I don't care if the people in the room don't want you in the room. It doesn't matter. You walk in the room and you know that I am supposed to be here. When you're a savage woman, you are also victorious. When you're victorious, sorry, shit, life is gonna happen. You're gonna go through stuff. But when you are victorious and you know in who you are, whose you are, you know again you're going through it. So you can approach stuff with a different mindset of not just of defeat and giving up. So I deal with, like I mentioned before, I'm a woman with alopecia. I'm wearing blue. It's Alopecia Awareness Month. And so for years I was literally ashamed of my alopecia. I was ashamed also, like I deal with severe anxiety. I deal with severe depression on a daily basis. And this is something that like for a long time when I was so embarrassed by that. But I made up my mind, I'm like, it is what it is. Again, this is the season that I'm in, and I know again I'm going through it. So I'm gonna have victory over fear, I'm gonna have victory over anxiety, I'm gonna have victory over depression, have victory over it all, because again I have an armor of God on me, and I know that I'm gonna be able to come through whatever life throws at me. When you're a savage woman, you are also amazing, and you know you're amazing. You're amazing, and you know that you have a place on this earth. You're here for a purpose. You're not here just to exist. You're here to be able to serve, to provide a special gift that you are hand created, hand molded to bring. There's no one like you. There's no one like me. And so when something I had to remind myself of, and I want to say to you, is that knowing that you are amazing, we need you. We need to see you. It's an affirmation artist I love named Tony Jones, and she has a song that says, "Take up space, sis." And I want to encourage everybody here to take up space, show up and show out. Don't let anybody dim your light. Don't feel like you have to shrink because your insecurities, you have to shrink because you don't want to make someone else feel a certain way. My motto is, do you, be savage. Do you. So be who you are, be assured who you are, be victorious, be amazing, and show. And when you're a savage woman, you're also graceful. You're graceful in the highs and the lows of life. So again, stuff is gonna happen. Some good stuff, some bad stuff. You're never gonna be, too boastful, and don't be too low. You take everything with class and with grace. I like to say when you're a savage woman and you're graceful, you are the calm before, during, and after a storm. You're also graceful with yourself. So we have a lot of tendencies of like beating up ourselves. I know I'm guilty of it. It wasn't until I started therapy that I really understood like how bad I thought about myself and the things I would say to myself, like, I hate you. I would say, I hate me. Oh, I'm timid. Like whatever. I would say these things. It's just you, whatever. And it wasn't until again I started having my sessions and my therapist would repeat back to me certain things, and I'm just like, oh my God, like you have to show yourself grace. Life is a process. There's no such thing as perfection. And so as we are going through this journey, and especially if you're like a person like me where I'm making a conscious decision to rewrite the story of my life. And I'm going through, so I'm unbecoming a lot of things that I have become over these last 40 plus years. And so that is hard to do. And so I have to remind myself, and I want to remind you that it's never too late to make a switch. And so when you're doing that, you have to give yourself grace and know, like, you got this, just keep going, and to take a moment to tell yourself, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of me. Say that to yourself, encourage yourself. And when you're savage, this is the most important, you are absolutely 100% enough. You always have been, you always will be. You enough whether the guy wants you, you enough whether the kids appreciate you, you enough whether that job respects you. You are enough whether with the wig, without the wig, whatever, you were born enough. And unfortunately, the way that our world works, we have a tendency of being made to feel like we're not, that we have to do this, we have to people please, we have to be decked out at all times, and even if we don't feel like it, just to show up, and because we feel like us showing ourselves is not enough. And so I want to encourage you just to know that, again, you are a queen. You are a queen, you are a queen, and there's nothing, no person, no social media, no condition. So I work a lot with women that are going through the chemo or alopecia. No condition can define or change the value that you have on this earth, the value that you have in this world. So I just want to encourage you to do you and be savage, and remember that you are savage. So repeat after me, I am savage.
I am savage.
I don't believe you.
I'm savage.
I don't believe you still.
I'm savage.
I am savage. I am strong.
I'm strong.
I am assured.
I am assured.
I am victorious.
I am
I
victorious.
am amazing.
I am amazing.
I am graceful.
I'm graceful.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am savage.
I am savage.
Period.
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 Periods.
No validation needed. I know who I am. And so with that, I am done. I just wanted to take a few moments just to kind of uplift my sisters. Like I said, this conference has been wonderful. Just for those that were here this morning, it was a lot of encouragement, and I just love that. And so that's my mission. Like I said, I want to help women to look beautiful and feel confident, you know, with our wigs on and stuff like that. But outside of that, I don't care. My wig off, I still tell myself, you the bomb. You the shit. You savage.
Period.
That's what I want us to do. So